Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to NW Farms. It's February the 2nd. We're going to grind a load of feed. It's time to grind another load of corn. We actually ran out of corn this afternoon when we filled the box up for tomorrow. So we're going to go ahead and pull another gravity box out, grind a load of feed, and then we'll put everything back up. So cue the official MC Hammer time music now. Okay, so I got my wagon out. I got to put my auger out here. This, like everything else, this is usually the most time-consuming part. Grinding feed is not really that bad. It's just getting everything set up. I back the wagon up. When you're setting up like this, it's really nice to have another set of hands, but there again, like I said the other day, you'll notice majority of everything that I do, I'm the only one around, so. Right on the money. Okay, so I'll give you a little brief overview of how this works. Some of you may already know how to use the hammer mill and what's fixing to take place. Some may not. But we got our corn in our wagon here. Like I talked about in the last, probably the first cow feeding video, I think is when it was. Talked about this gravity box and how it's angled down to this side. And I'll show you an inside view from the corn whenever we go to unloading it. We roll that door up there. Corn comes up this auger, and then it's going to drop down into here. And down in here is actually where the hammer mill is at. You can't really see anything down in there because of the flap, but the corn will drop down through there. There's a magnet right here to catch any metal that might be in the feed that are coming out of the corn that we're grinding. And I'll show you the screen that we use on the other side over here. So this mill actually came with 3 changeable screens. To change the screen, you open this door up, and then that's where your screen is at. So you can see this mesh right here. That's what the corn, and you can see, you probably can't see, but the knives that actually are hammering the corn on the back side of that. And this is the size of the material that we choose to run through there. We have a smaller screen and we have a larger screen. This is a good medium-sized screen. It grinds the cobs up good enough that it's not just all big chunks of cobs on top of the feed. This right here makes a really good blend to where the cows actually eat all of the feed. And down in the bottom down there, you see the auger. That's the auger that goes back into the actual bin where it's augered up to the top and then through out against the walls as it goes up the uptake auger. And then it if we're going to remix it, it's mixing it from the bottom to the top inside in there. So we got our screen in, we're good. We're not going to change screens, we're not going to change any settings up here. The only thing that we are going to have to do is we are going to have to engage the mill. And so I'll show you where that's at right here. So anytime we hammer corn or we hammer feed, after we're done hammering, when we hammer it, it actually causes it to go through a heating process. And during that heating process, if we do not cool the corn after it comes out of the mill from hammering, it will cause the feed to mold in the mill or mold in the box. So in order to combat that, what we typically do after we get done grinding corn is we run about a 30-minute cool down cycle. And then the other thing I do is each day for about the first 5 days after I hammer while I'm feeding, I actually disengage the unload auger and I'll let the mill just sit there and continuously run the whole time while I'm feeding. And so that just keeps that corn moving inside the bin, and it also keeps it to where maybe it will keep it cool and keep it from molding and won't be making big clots inside of it. So this is the flywheel right here that actually drives the mill. And you can see, change my angle of my camera here. You can see that big T-handle right here. That is actually what engages and disengages the flywheel to the actual PTO shaft. So right now it's in the disengaged position. So I'm fixing to engage it. So there is a hole that's inside of the actual PTO shaft. This is on a taper. So it actually tapers up so it pulls the pin out. And then you have to feed it around. I did a really good job greasing mine last time I greased it, and so you can see there that pin's now in there, and now that it's in, the mill is actually engaged and the hammer mill itself will run. And then if you were just wanting to mix feed in here, and you weren't going to grind it, you could disengage that and then make it go through too. Okay, so back here on the back, the last thing we got to turn off to make sure that we don't unload feed as we make new feed is this lever here. So now the mill is officially disengaged. Remember in the other video I talked about this bin right here would be where if we were going to use any molasses or any supplement stuff that we wanted to add into our mix, this is where we would insert it. But we don't use any salt or anything in our feed. We don't have any problems making cattle eat feed. Even on our feeder calves, we don't have any problem. But a lot of people will have problems trying to get calves started on feed, so they'll add stuff in. But we're set up. We're ready to start grinding. I'm going to set y'all up right here where that you can see the corn coming out of the bin or the box and up that first elevator right there. Sound warning, this is going to get really loud, and so I'm actually going to turn my lapel mic off, and I'll try to figure out some way to make the sound go away in the video, or lessen the sound, or put some kind of other sound in there, or depending on what it sounds like when I get to editing, I may just let you listen to it for a little bit. But I always wear earplugs. A lot of people wear a mask because of the amount of dust that's going to come out of this, but I can't wear a mask. It's hard to work and wear a mask at the same time. So let me fire the tractor up. I'll get everything started up, and then I'll turn you guys back on. Okay, so there's the inside of the corn and the gravity box. You can see down there where the auger's at. We're gonna get in here and shovel this corn all down toward that door right there. I'm gonna set y'all guys up where you'll be over there. You can actually see the corn come out of the auger into the hammer mill. Alright, so you can see that wasn't even hardly a third of a load of corn in that wagon, and you can see it's about halfway up the side of the mill. The other side's actually a little fuller than this side is, but that'll do for a couple days, and we'll bring another buggy in. May grind some more corn at the end of the week last week. So if you've been tuning in this week, you'll know that we've been working on the 4230. doing fuel system repair. You can see there, no leaks, all everything's still dry. That was a good test for it. Loaded the tractor good, so we were able to make sure we didn't have any leaks, so that job was successful. There's your good shot of the mill and everything. Alright guys, so that finishes our corn grinding video for the day. We just wanted to take time and tell you thank you for stopping in and joining us here at NW Farms. Don't forget, if you're not subscribed to the channel, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. If you'd like to see what our next video is and get notifications, be sure to hit the little bell. And don't forget, before you go, give us a thumbs up and a comment. We'll certainly appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Have a good night.